Hello and a warm welcome to News Across Nigeria, where we show and tell you what's happening across the Nigerian Federation. I'm Olumide Macaulay. On the program today, Senate Ad Hoc Committee on Works visits erosion sites in Nekede, Imo State. Concerns heighten over persisting gridlock on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway as Ogun State Governor orders palliative works on bad spots. Mr. Hyginus Humeje, the Lagos Sector Commander of the Federal Road Safety Commission, joins us in the studio to x-ray the situation. And pensioners in Benue State demand a share of the 28.5 billion naira bailout fund. Now let's begin with a story that highlights parts of Nigeria's history. The British High Commission says that Britain does not support the agitation for a separate nation of Biafra. The High Commission's Press and Public Affairs Officer, Mr. Joe Abuku, asserts that the position of the UK government during the Biafran War is a matter of historical record. Mr. Abubu says that the UK government's position, which reflected on the Charter of the Organization of African Unity, was to recognize the borders laid down at independence. According to him, the Biafran War caused great suffering, and the UK supported the reconciliation work that followed the conflict. He adds that the UK supports the territorial integrity of Nigeria and President Buhari's commitment to work for a secure and prosperous nation for all Nigerians. To the southwestern part of the country now, the Chief Judge of Oyo State, Justice Munta Abimbola, has released 59 out of the 903 inmates awaiting trial at the Agodi prison in Ibadan, the capital of Oyo State. Now, a total of 53 males and 6 female inmates have benefited from this gesture. Justice Abimbola, who released the inmates during his visit to the prison, adds that they were awaiting trial on various grounds, and the purpose of his visit to the prison was to ensure a speedy administration of justice to the inmates that are awaiting trial. The CJ also said this will ensure that the congestion in the prison is reduced to its barest minimum. And now to the oil and gas sector, as the shortage of fuel bites harder across Kwara State, especially in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital. The Independent Petroleum Marketers Association has vowed not to load or to sell fuel to the public again until the federal government pumps fuel to the NNPC depot in Ilorin. While the state governor inspected the petrol stations to appeal to customers, the marketers are calling on the federal government to deregulate the oil sector in order to reduce the cost of fuel and guard against hoarding and other vices.
Situations about the supply, we realize there is no product in the system. The lorry is not loading, the battery is not loading, Mosumi and Ijibu is not loading. We only concentrate on private depots, which is not helping our systems. A lot of our members borrow money from bank, and by the time our money are tied down, the bank rate, the bank interest is going on, which we have to pay back. Last month, I want to assure you that last month, none of petroleum marketers and dealer are able to pay salary to his staff because there is no product to supply. The price of PMS, apart from NNPC price, the price of product we are buying from private depots, the price is high. Presently, as of today, they are selling 19 naira in Lagos State in all private depots. The DPR asked us to give them information about the depot that are selling at high price. We did. We give them the names of the depot. They asked us to give us the account number we paid into. We did. But up to now, we will not be able to get any results. They are still selling it, as I'm telling you. And these are the set of people that are still collecting subsidy from government. And we are aware that all products in the country now, all products are imported from by the NNPC. So we don't know why they will still choose to sell at high price for us. The issue of DPK, The DPR said we must not sell above 50 naira. Since the product is still subsidized, we cannot get it at 50 naira. The minimum price we are getting in Lagos now is 85 naira before adding transportation costs. We give the DPR the information about it. We give them the name of the company that is selling it. Yet we are not able to get any result.
Kwara State isn't the only one suffering from the fuel crisis. Edo State as well is getting the short end of the stick. Commuters there are having a difficult time with the resurgence of fuel scarcity. Premium Motor Spirit, PMS, popularly called petrol, now sells for between 98 naira per litre to 112 naira per litre, as against the 87 naira official pump price.
Queues which disappeared in April are back again. Motorists have to struggle for the products and then turn them into their vehicles. The price of fuel has recorded about 50% increase, and more worrisome is the issue of under-dispensing.
The ones around us here, they said they don't have fuel and they don't supply them. So we go out to buy. Then anywhere we see, no matter the price, we buy because we've been used to it.
For the marketers, the reason for the scarcity still remains in the realm of speculations.
Pressure is now on the private depot when there is no enough supply from the NNPC. So I think that's what escalated the whole thing.
We don't know. Probably it is from either the marketers or from the federal government. We don't know where the cost is coming from.
But they want the president to fulfill his promise to Nigerians.
It's getting hard. It's what we thought there's going to be a change. It's still the same thing.
I think the government should do something about it, because the truth of the matter is that this is not the change that they promised us. We are hoping that it will go down. Yesterday I heard DPR was saying they must revert to the price. But if it's not available, why do you revert to the price?
On the issue of under-dispensing, the Edo State Petroleum Monitoring Committee said they would do their bit to stem the tide.
We're doing our best. We're monitoring. We're measuring. Anywhere we get to and we discover that they are under-dispensing, we sanction them and we ensure that they revert back to normalcy immediately.
Nigerians heaved a sigh of relief in April when the scarcity of petroleum products was curtailed. And it is hoped that this administration will do it again.
And in this next story, we'll continue our focus on activities of the Senate Ad Hoc Committee on Works currently touring major erosion-hit zones in the states across the country. In the southeast, residents of Nekede in Imo State may soon heave a sigh of relief, as the Committee on Works has assured them that the menace of erosion and bad roads will soon become a thing of the past under the current administration.
Day in, day out. This is what commuters on most federal roads in Imo State experience as they go about their daily activities. The sorry state of the roads have made residents and commuters complain to the federal government to urgently fix all highways that have become death traps, like Owerri Port Harcourt Road, Owerri Okigwe Enugu Road, as well as the Owerri Onitsha Expressway. Apart from the highways, the menace of gully erosion in the state also calls for concern. The ancient community of Nekede has almost been cut off from the rest of the state.
As we are going to Owerri now, the keke that carry us, stop us here. We will take leg and cross before we go. We are praying, let government come and help us.
Not much action has been taken on this until date, now that the thing has deteriorated. But we are asking for quick intervention on trying to create a diversion for us to enable us not being cut off from other communities.
The attention given this site by the state government has yielded little results, and so the federal government has been called on. This outcry has not gone unnoticed, as the Senate Ad Hoc Committee on Works is here on a fact-finding visit to some sites in the state.
We are only an advisory body that oversights the executive branch of government, and we have come here to see things for ourselves, and we will put our report and put our voice, and the resolutions of Parliament are meant to be taken seriously by the executive branch.
The committee is hopeful that help would come through the Ecological Fund Office.
When we go back, we will tender our report to plenary in Senate, and we believe that from there resolutions will be made to be sent to the ecological office.
Rain and construction does not go, so until we get a window, 2-3 weeks, it can open up. If you have watched this, all the effort His Excellency have put here every day during the rainy season is yielding this result. But all the roads can never be like that. It's just my people should have patience.
The lawmakers have also been to Edo and Anambra states on the same mission. And hopefully, if words are matched with actions, residents of Imo and all other states affected by disaster will soon have reasons to smile again.
You're watching News Across Nigeria. We're bringing you stories across the Nigerian Federation. And coming up, we have with us in the studio the Federal Road Safety Corps Sector Commander, Hyginus Omeje, to shed some light on the current work being done on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Please stay with us.